Welcome to FlyEaglesFly News, where Eagles fans get the latest, fastest, and hottest updates. Hit subscribe and fly high with us. The Philadelphia Eagles are sending shockwaves through the NFL rumor mill tonight, as whispers intensify around their latest potential powerhouse addition. Sources close to the team suggest that the Eagles are closing in on acquiring Carl Granderson, a proven Pro Bowl defensive end whose reputation for relentless pressure and game-changing plays precedes him. The mere mention of his name sets imaginations ablaze in Philadelphia, where fans are dreaming of the chaos he could unleash on opposing quarterbacks. Granderson's career trajectory, marked by impressive sack numbers, highlight reel plays, and a knack for turning the tide of pivotal games, makes him an immediate candidate to redefine the Eagles' defensive schemes. Rumors swirling around league insiders suggest that talks have accelerated following recent performances that showcased the team's defensive gaps, and the urgency is palpable. Speculation is mounting that the Eagles see Granderson not just as a player, but as a cornerstone for their pursuit of a dominant defense, one capable of pushing their already formidable lineup to championship heights. Analysts are beginning to dissect how his unique blend of speed, strength, and football intelligence could integrate with the current roster, creating a ripple effect across defensive strategies league-wide. The buzz doesn't stop with the locker room. Social media has erupted with theories and excitement over what this signing could mean. Granderson is known for his ability to disrupt defensive lines, and fans are imagining scenarios where the Eagles' pass rush becomes nearly unstoppable, forcing opposing quarterbacks into hurried decisions, mistakes, and turnovers. Insider chatter indicates that coaches are already envisioning adjustments to schemes that would allow him to exploit weaknesses in every offensive formation, raising questions about how rival teams might counteract his influence. The potential impact extends far beyond stats. Granderson's presence could psychologically alter the game for every team that steps onto the field against Philadelphia, shifting momentum and forcing changes to game plans mid-play. Rumors also hint that his leadership qualities, often overlooked, are a major draw for the Eagles, as they aim to cultivate a culture of accountability, toughness, and relentless drive. Analysts speculate that this move could make the Eagles' defensive line one of the most feared units in the NFL, creating an aura of intimidation that extends from the field to the stands, energizing fans and unsettling rivals alike. Every practice, every snap, and every pre-game warm-up suddenly becomes a stage for speculation. With Granderson at center stage, his arrival cloaked in excitement, mystery, and anticipation. Whispers inside the league suggest that this potential trade has been under negotiation for weeks, with teams around the NFL closely monitoring every development. The rumor mill is alive with speculation that Granderson's contract negotiations may be the final puzzle piece holding the deal together, with incentives, performance bonuses, and guaranteed terms forming the heart of the discussion. Sources indicate that Philadelphia is willing to go the extra mile, making strategic moves to accommodate the Pro Bowl talent, signaling a win-now mentality that resonates deeply with fans and critics alike. Fantasy football enthusiasts are buzzing about the possible domino effect on stats, projections, and draft strategies, considering the disruption Granderson could cause to passing games across the league. Analysts are dissecting tape, breaking down matchups, and debating whether his integration could push the Eagles from being contenders to undeniable favorites. Social media posts, speculative threads, and insider scoops amplify every development, creating a constant stream of conjecture and excitement. Even casual fans are drawn into the narrative, fueled by the drama, suspense, and the tantalizing possibility that Philadelphia is on the verge of orchestrating a defensive renaissance that could reshape the league's landscape. The potential arrival of Carl Granderson isn't just a rumor. It's a narrative shaping the Eagles' identity moving forward. Conversations within sports media circles point to a seismic shift in how the team might approach defensive rotations, pass rush strategies, and even draft priorities in upcoming seasons. Sources suggest that Granderson's ability to play multiple positions along the defensive line is a strategic boon, offering flexibility, unpredictability, and a constant headache for opposing offensive coordinators. Rumors also hint at a potential ripple effect throughout the roster, as teammates may elevate their play in anticipation of his arrival, creating a culture of competition and excellence. League insiders speculate that the deal could serve as a statement, a clear message that Philadelphia is intent on building a roster designed to dominate both sides of the ball, leaving no margin for error. Analysts debate the financial implications, weighing the cost against potential playoff returns, while fans create scenarios in their heads imagining pivotal sacks, forced fumbles, and highlight reel moments in primetime games. Every angle, every whisper, every tidbit contributes to a growing consensus that the Eagles' defensive ambitions are taking a new, aggressive form, with Granderson poised to be the catalyst for change, intensity, and dominance. There is an undeniable energy surrounding the rumor, fueled by a combination of performance analytics, insider knowledge, and the storytelling nature of sports media. Experts suggest that the timing of Granderson's potential arrival is crucial, as the Eagles look to maintain momentum and address vulnerabilities exposed in previous campaigns. Rumors indicate that team executives are aligning strategies, weighing the immediate benefits against long-term goals, and ensuring that the addition complements rather than disrupts team chemistry. Social media threads explode with speculation, debates, and projections, creating an ecosystem where every mention, tweet, and post adds fuel to the fire. Fans are already imagining locker room celebrations, on-field heroics, and a defensive synergy that could redefine rivalries, turning games into tactical showdowns dominated by relentless pressure and strategic prowess. Analysts are poring over his stats, past performances, and impact on previous squads, trying to quantify a player whose influence extends beyond numbers, into leadership, momentum shifts, and the psychology of competition. The story continues to grow, a mixture of rumor, anticipation, and narrative crafting that perfectly fits the spectacle of modern sports discourse, leaving every Eagles fan on edge, eagerly awaiting confirmation and savoring the drama. The excitement around Carl Granderson's rumored move to the Eagles is contagious, spreading from media circles to casual fans in record time. Sources suggest that the conversation isn't just about his physical presence on the field, but also the strategic intimidation factor he brings, creating matchups that offensive coordinators will dread. Analysts speculate that his arrival could inspire a domino effect, influencing roster adjustments, practice routines, and even in-game play calling as coaches recalibrate to maximize his disruptive capabilities. Rumors indicate that contract negotiations are nearing a climax, with financial terms, incentives, and guarantees forming the narrative of the deal. The potential integration of a Pro Bowl caliber talent has caused ripple effects across league discussions, fantasy leagues, and fan debates, creating a constant loop of speculation, excitement, and analysis. Even casual observers are drawn into the storyline, imagining sacks, fumbles, and game-changing moments that could define the Eagles' season. The hype is more than just media frenzy. It reflects the tangible possibility of a transformative addition to Philadelphia's roster, creating a sense of anticipation, speculation, and fervor that makes the rumor feel almost inevitable, as fans count down to the moment when reality might finally match the excitement. The ripple effect of Carl Granderson potentially joining the Eagles continues to dominate the chatter, as rumors suggest the team is planning to unleash a defensive juggernaut capable of rewriting matchups across the league. Insiders hint that coaches are already brainstorming schemes tailored to Granderson's strengths, focusing on relentless pass rush strategies, stunts, and gap exploitation that could make opposing quarterbacks think twice before dropping back. Fans and analysts alike are dissecting every angle, from his ability to force fumbles to the way he can manipulate offensive lines with pure athleticism and technique, creating opportunities for teammates to capitalize. Speculation is rampant that his arrival might even influence draft decisions, as the Eagles may adjust priorities to complement his presence, building around a defensive foundation that emphasizes speed, versatility, and disruption. The locker room buzz is reportedly electric, with veteran players excited about the prospect of sharing the field with a Pro Bowl talent whose reputation alone commands respect. Social media conversations explode daily with tactical breakdowns, mock scenarios, and what-if projections, fueling anticipation and drama. The narrative being spun paints Granderson not just as a player, but as a potential symbol of the Eagles' defensive identity, a catalyst capable of transforming games, energizing the fan base, and imposing a psychological edge over every opponent in the league. FlyEaglesFly News family, smash subscribe and hit like. Your support keeps the freshest Philadelphia Eagles updates flying in. Drop your take in the comments, and let's talk birds. Sources close to the team continue to fuel speculation that the deal for Granderson is progressing rapidly, with contract discussions reportedly reaching an advanced stage. Rumors suggest that financial structures, performance incentives, and guaranteed terms are being fine-tuned to ensure that the Eagles secure a player capable of making an immediate impact without compromising future flexibility. Analysts speculate that the negotiation tactics being deployed hint at Philadelphia's commitment to a win-now philosophy, a strategy designed to maximize championship potential while leveraging the presence of elite talent. Fans are dissecting every leak, analyzing tweet trends, and debating the potential transformation of the Eagles' defensive line into a nightmare for quarterbacks league-wide. The excitement is amplified by projections that Granderson's combination of speed, strength, and football IQ could create a defensive unit that dominates both statistically and psychologically, forcing opponents to adapt their entire offensive approach. Insider chatter also emphasizes the ripple effect within the locker room, with younger players potentially raising their level of play in anticipation of training alongside a Pro Bowl veteran. Every rumor, every insight, and every speculative discussion contributes to the mounting sense that Philadelphia is on the verge of a defensive renaissance, one that could reshape the team's identity, intimidate rivals, and energize a passionate fanbase eager for dominance. Rumors swirling around the league suggest that Granderson's potential addition may have implications beyond just on-field performance, as insiders point to the psychological impact on opponents. Analysts theorize that his presence on the Eagles' defensive front could force quarterbacks into hurried decisions, increasing the likelihood of turnovers, incomplete passes, and game-altering mistakes. Social media speculation highlights scenarios where the Pro Bowl talent disrupts timing, collapses pockets, and forces entire offensive schemes to adapt in real time, creating a domino effect that impacts not only plays but entire drives. Sources suggest that this psychological edge could elevate Philadelphia's reputation as a defensive powerhouse, attracting media attention, analyst debates, and heightened scrutiny from rival teams. Fan forums are abuzz with imaginative projections, detailing how Granderson could pair with existing defenders to create a combination of strength, speed, and tactical intelligence that becomes nearly unstoppable. Rumors hint that coaching staff may even adjust rotational patterns to maximize his disruptive capabilities, creating constant pressure while keeping players fresh for critical moments. The narrative positions Granderson as a transformational figure, someone whose influence extends beyond statistics into momentum swings, morale boosts, and strategic advantages, adding layers to the excitement and speculation enveloping the Eagles roster. Insiders continue to speculate that the rumored acquisition of Granderson could mark a pivotal moment in the Eagles' strategy, reshaping both short-term and long-term objectives. Analysts suggest that his versatility along the defensive line provides Philadelphia with the opportunity to implement dynamic schemes that could dominate in pass rush situations, run defense, and special packages, making the team less predictable and more intimidating. Sources indicate that the locker room atmosphere may shift positively as well, as younger players observe a Pro Bowl caliber athlete's work ethic, approach to preparation, and on-field decision-making, potentially accelerating their development. Social media feeds are flooded with tactical breakdowns imagining how Granderson could pressure elite quarterbacks, create turnovers, and redefine rivalry matchups, fueling debate and excitement in equal measure. Fantasy football commentators are also speculating on how his disruption could affect quarterback production league-wide, influencing scoring trends and player valuations. Rumors suggest that the Eagles may be aligning draft strategies and free agent priorities to complement his style, signaling a long-term commitment to an aggressive defensive philosophy. Each discussion, prediction, and whispered insight contributes to an overarching narrative. Granderson's arrival could catalyze a transformation in Philadelphia's defense, energizing fans, complicating opponents' plans, and generating storylines that will dominate headlines well into the season. That's a wrap from FlyEaglesFly News. If you want the fastest Eagles updates, subscribe, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Sound off in the comments. Let's talk birds.